to it's November 1st, November 3rd, first Sunday. And happy birthday to me. Today is my birthday. And I probably just disappointed a whole bunch of people out there on Facebook. Facebook is in my father's name, so my father's name was last Thursday, I think, and a lot of people was wishing, saying, "Brother Mel, happy birthday, Brother Wallace." You know, I appreciate it. It's welcome. I enjoy it. But today is my birthday. Alhamdulillah. I'm thankful to Allah. I'm happy to be here. Couldn't be in a better place. I thought about myself. You know, people I feel burdened. They say, "Why don't you and Robin go out?" You know, we raised 5 children. And, you know, we do what we can. But now that they're older, they're not tearing up the house and throwing stuff and screaming and raising all kind of sin. It's peace, and every day is my birthday. I have peace, and I couldn't be in a better place. And a lot of people you'll see when you have freedom to do what you want to do on a daily basis, you know, it don't excite you to go out. It's the people that excite you. It's not the place, it's about the people. And y'all the best. I mean that. Not, you know, to spend my time with. Alhamdulillah. Imam was talking about water. I'm going to share something because I really don't have a whole lot. I'm not up here to teach because we have a wonderful, wonderful topic. This is the reason why the first Sunday, I believe Allah inspired me to go this route because I didn't want to be seen as competition for my father. And my father wasn't competition for his father. And he didn't want to be seen as that, but he had a mission that was bigger than his father's mission. His mission was to bring dignity and the continuation, like the Quran is to the Bible. You know, 2 things that are much alike but huge differences. But the 2 are one and the same. You know, me, I didn't fit in that. I saw 2 pieces, Imam and Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I saw me as a person who benefited from their sacrifices and from their life work, and a person in a position to continue their work, which is a huge, you know, if you ask me what is the greatest thing you could probably do in life, I probably wouldn't have thought of that because it would have never entered my mind. But when you brought it as a suggestion, I would have definitely said that's the greatest thing I could have ever done in my life, is to support the works of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his son, Imam Warithudeen Muhammad. And we've been greatly blessed with this first Sunday. Yeah, the first Sunday. Oh, Imam was talking about water. I said, there's a reason for this. The technology, and he mentioned technology too. I like to have a little support, blame people. I told my wife, I said, well, now you know 1 or 2 things. I said, we was leaving out the house. I said, we better go back there and clean the bathroom up. I said, because you never know what could happen today. Today is my birthday. I'm like, we might have people nursing me back to health, or it might not be nobody there. So I said, but I'm not going to gamble. You know, because I know envy and jealousy, it dominates the minds and it dominates the lives of some people to an extent where it's puzzling to me. Because, you know, I was born and raised in this community, a community of people who live as one. You know, we one in spirit. We people of faith. And I always try to unravel mysteries in my mind. So I was telling myself, like, if you could identify the believers, all we would have to do is identify the believers and make them our friends and our. But I said, in a sense, that's what we've been blessed with, because we have the best leader in Imam Warithudeen Muhammad for our spiritual life. That we're the best believers. I'll put that up against anybody. The best believer ain't the smartest or the most learned, the one that speak the most languages and know all the pages in the Bible and the Quran back and forward by heart. The best believers are the ones that are happiest and content with their Lord in their life, and that light shines from them as an example. And so that's what people are jealous of. That's the issue that we have with the people, that they see that and their faith is not at the level of your faith. And that's why I'm going to cut this short, because our topic, Imam here, he picked the best topic. Oh, that's what I said. This is the whole reason for this first Sunday. I was hoping that our learned imams would take advantage of it, you know, but imams don't get paid a whole lot, so it ain't easy to travel here. But this first Sunday is so that the ministry of Imam Deen Muhammad, my father, this is still his ministry, and it always has been, and to And we hope that what we represent here will continue to honor his work and his life work until the last program we have. This is the ministry of Imam W. Deen Mohammed, Imam Warithudeen Mohammed. And we were hoping that learned imams would come and share some insight into Quran and life and the life of a believer, or life of a Muslim, or from their experience and from their knowledge as an imam, their knowledge base, to come here and share that with us. And so this is a day we're going to have who I believe is an excellent imam, give us some insight on his works, his life's works. Another thing I want to tell y'all, they have these little humidifiers. The weather turned. You know, they talk about global warming and all that, and how winter came fast and all this. But I remember when I was young, my birthday has always been this time of year. It's late fall. We still in late fall. And it would sometimes snow on my birthday. And so it snowed a few days, but I think it snowed on my father's birthday. So I had to bring some people, don't turn the channel. I had to bring my garden in. So those that garden, most people probably don't know, look it up and say, when the frost comes, you got to bring the garden in. So I had to bring the garden in, and I took a temperature gun, technology, and I put the temperature gun on my green tomatoes, and it said 33 degrees. Water freezes at 32. I brought them in, alhamdulillah. None of them froze because if tomatoes freeze, they rot. They don't continue to live. My tomatoes are all still alive, but they're all over my kitchen table now. So another thing I did, I brought in plants. I have a hobby. Today's my birthday, so I'm giving myself this luxury. I got a hobby. I grow, not from seed. I buy them and try to keep them alive. It's difficult. Little potted trees like bonsai. They call them bonsai. So I got like 3 different types of maples in pots, in like 3 or 4 inch deep pots, and they're doing well. They're dormant now, but they're growing buds on them. And I discovered the secret is in the soil, but also in the humidity. We have fires in our houses, furnace. That's heat. So that dries all the moisture out of the house. So I'm trying to figure out how to keep these things humidified. So I got humidity trays under the bottom of them. But I had been feeding them a few years ago. I discovered that when I feed my plants, my house plants, distilled water, if you ever look inside your humidifier and look at the filter, all that calcium crust and rock and dust, it's like a 5-pound brick of dirt. That's you do what you want to do. I don't drink tap water. But it's so much crap in that tap water that if you saw it, you probably wouldn't drink it because it's just you don't know what that stuff is. There's tons of it. And you have to use like citric acid to get it off of your pots and all. And so I have a distiller. So I use only distilled water in my plants, and they're doing well. They're doing well. So distilled water. And I got these little things that you can sit on the shelf, and they have magnets. So I put them on all the return vents, and they show the humidity in the room. So I thought to myself, my daughter said sometime and my son, they even got nosebleeds in the winter because the house be so dry. So I got a bunch of distilled water, and distilled water. If you spray it on this, if this is clean, when it dry, there ain't gonna be no spots on it. Only if you spray it on something dirty. So if your house clean like my clean, you can take distilled water and spray it wherever you want. I sprayed all the curtains. I was pouring water. I said I better stop because my wife, they're gonna think I'm crazy. But then I had to tell her, I said, I'm only gonna do this once a week until we get our humidifier on the furnace fixed and see if it works, because something's wrong with it. I poured gallons of water over the house, and I raised the humidity to where it says comfort level, and which is about between like 35 and maybe 60%. Well, mine's just like at 44. And I did that by walking around in everybody's bedroom and pouring gallons of water on the floor. And I sprayed the carpets and everything. And Allah's my witness, I sleep better, the breathing's better, the air, you know how the humidity is in the air, even though the house is cool. The house was at about, that's another thing too, I didn't want to raise the temperature until my plants got used to the house. So we was in a cold house for a minute, right? Now the heat is on. it's like 68 degrees or something. I said, put a sweater on, some shoes and socks or something, you know, because I invest a lot in those plants. But if you love plants like I do, that's the key. And the human being, Allah say in the Quran that the life of the human being is like the life of a plant. So if you can keep a healthy plant in the house, it's a nice challenge. Then you may keep a healthy people in your house. No nosebleeds, boogers and all of that. You get boogers because of lack of moisture, or too much moisture, like these things. Alhamdulillah. All right, I thought I'd share that with you. But the distilled water, people have humidifiers, but they sell this thing that you can put in each room. And you go from one room, and one room will be at 30% humidity, and the other room might be at 60% humidity. So I advise you, if you have one of those things, those detectors, you can put them, I will put them all around the house and keep the humidity. It also saves your furniture, your carpets, your couches, all that stuff. The level of humidity that you have in the house. All right. Yeah. All right, thank you. Who's next?
Okay.
Yeah. We put the, you still taping? We're not still on Facebook, are we? Okay. There's something else I was going to share. I had already mentioned that, we're a little bit late in putting a report out. And this is what puzzles me, is that Imam Mohammed, he wants us to have a community life. And I see programs on television, and people are responding to this. We might not read it every time we come in because we see it, but the message of community life is very powerful. And I can see the society and becoming more conscious of their responsibility as they citizens. I forget the word they used to describe it, but everybody has a civic duty. You have a duty to your country and to your community, your neighborhood, and the people you call your community. And this is the highest purpose for human life and existence is community life, which was our theme for the convention. And the convention was really, it went off really well. This is what I want to also mention on that note, that we have a venue for Savior's Day. So we don't want to sleep on that, because we have an opportunity to have a really nice Savior's Day this year. So when I'm waiting to hear back from the committee. See, this convention and the committee and the programs that we put together, they're not about me. They're not about me. I can come up here, I could write down the thoughts that I have in my mind. I could yell all of them, and people will love me. But then they say, well, because most people are more interested in the emotional charge or the emotional aspect of life as to the rational aspect. But I think where we are as a people and as a community, and being people that are in power, that the emotionalism is the tool that oppressive people that run things that we want a piece of. We want our share. We'll never get our share being emotional. The emotions are the tool that we use to control beasts of the earth. We control them with their their desire for love, attention, hunger, food, and all of that. So if we're not rational and if we're emotional, then we're gonna always be somebody else's slave. So that's why I don't do that. It's fun and you get a lot of it, but Allah has taught me and blessed me to control that greed and that selfish aspect of me, the jinn that says, hey, go after that power or attention or whatever. So I don't do it. I'm not going to do it. And I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world and for all the support in the world, because we know the schemes of the shaitan and the devil. No matter what we do and what we do to make it appear that we having a great success, it's not going to stop them. And it's just that if we see things, we should talk about it. Don't get emotional about it. Don't wait till you're upset about it and wait till you're emotional about it, because we see the schemes. And my father said, you talk to me, then I can deal with them better. But I'm well aware is that people that envy and jealous people, they want to control whatever they think it is that you control. They think you have power over it. So, and people, the forces in our community have always wanted the people for themselves and want me just for show, and with that never happen, because they know that I understand that what Allah has blessed me with is my responsibility solely, And without me, they can't have what they want. So they're not going to get what they trying to get, and what they want. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. The math, I've done it. I run it backward and forward in my head. But they will get my support, because that's the type of person I am. I love to satisfy people if I think what they're doing or what they're after is lawful before Allah and before what we respect as the laws of the land we live in. You know, if it's lawful, I support you in it, even if it look like it might be against what I'm doing, because I follow Allah's guidance. Inshallah, that's what I hope. Okay, thank you. We have a venue for Savior's Day. It's where? It's right out here. It's west, right? Oaklawn. The Oaklawn Hilton, and they said they can. What'd you say? 95th. Oh, there's a theater. The kids used to go. The school used to take them somewhere over there, right? That's the Hilton. So, yeah. So it's a nice venue. We, you know, the problem last year is that we had to change venues, so we had to. So we were late looking for a place, and you wait late, nothing will be available. And the capacity is about 700. We can get up to 700 people in there. So we want to invite everybody out to come out and enjoy Savior's Day. And I'm sure that whatever topic we're going to have, it's going to be a good topic, because it's about us. Savior's Day is all about us and our history. So thank you. Alhamdulillah.